We regret to announce the death of Cyril Lesporis, better known as Albert, a shopkeeper of Grace, VFO, who passed away at 12:55 a.m. at St. Jude Hospital on Saturday, 10th November 2012. He was 58 years old. He was recently predeceased by his mother, Alexandrine Afi Theodore. Left to mourn are his wife, Joanicia Matre Lesporis, formerly of Bellevue, but residing at Grace, VFO. His father, James St. Rose, better known as Wilban of VFO. His stepmother, Rosabelle St. Rose of VFO. 3 sons, Frederick Benard of Saint Esprit, Martinique, Irvin Alain Lesporis of Grace, VFO, Darren Lesporis of Connecticut, USA, stepdaughter Meneva Marva Matre, employed of Surgical, VFO branch, grandchildren Naomi Benard of Saint Esprit, Martinique, Nervin Lesporis, Tamara Lesporis, Dara Lesporis, Jaya Bernard of Plainview Combined School, brothers Linus Asso of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Simon Theodore, better known as Melton of Grace, VFO, Edmund Theodore, better known as Rani of Grace, VFO, but presently residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Julius Theodore, better known as Juju or Dole, formerly of Grace, VFO, but now residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Shane Theodore, former shopkeeper of Grace, VFO, but now residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Rene Joseph of St. Jude Highway, employed of Scotia Bank, VFO branch, sisters Angela Charles, better known as Angel, former shopkeeper of Grace, VFO, but now residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Leontina Theodore in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Leon Theodore John at Bonne Terre, Groselet, Awilda Theodore of West Palm Beach, Florida, Judy Gallion of New York, USA, Jacinta Fontenelle of Ocala, Florida, USA, Anastasia Merlin Favrier of West Palm Beach, Florida. Nephews, Jonah Charles of Brooklyn, New York, USA, Joan Charles in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Kyle Asso in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Augustine Theodore, better known as Ringo of Grace, VFO, Benjamin Theodore, better known as Goring of Grace, VFO, Brendan Theodore of Grace, VFO, Joshua John of Bonne Terre, Groselet, Dante Theodore, residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Eli and Elijah Gallion of New York, Dwight Fontenelle, Josh and Joel Favre of West Palm Beach, Florida, Rene Joseph Jr. of St. Jude Highway, VFO. Nieces, Joel Charles Shalmine of Turks and Caicos Island, Kayla Asson, residing in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Lee and Leah Actel, both in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Mallory Edmonds, hairdresser of Grace, VFO, Sarah and Caitlin Theodore of Grace, VFO, Tamara and Mindy Theodore in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Julia Theodore of London, England, Julissa Theodore of Grace, VFO, Yasmin Fontenelle Okonkwo of Ocala, Florida, Linnell Fontenelle Jacobs of Florida, Chantal Fontenelle Vite of Florida, Jody Joseph, who was also his goddaughter of London, England, Kenisha Joseph, both in London, England, Jamie Renta, Karina and Pinky Joseph, all of St. Jude Highway, VA4. Adopted brothers and sisters who are also his cousins, including Laura Noel and family of Grace, VA4, Marlene Lesporis and family of Grace, VA4, Audrey Lesporis and family of Larry Seuss, VA4, Valence Joseph, better known as Winsbott, and his family, residing in New York, USA, Berthia Patricia Lesporis and family of Grace, VA4, Francis Alexander Johnson and family of Grace, VA4, Winston Henry and family of Grace, VA4, Lenita Glasgow and family of Grace, VA4, Aunts Betty Cornelia, better known as Fina, of Curacao, Frances Theodore of Latone, VA4, Vera St. Rose and family of VA4, Admira St. Rose of Palmas, VA4, Sheila Louise and family of Auger, VA4, Uncles Alexander Theodore, better known as Aboy, of London, England, Enons Theodore of Cantonment, VA4, Emmanuel Edme and family of Bellevue, VA4, Ignatius Perpy, also known as Beck and family of St. Croix, USVI. Other cousins including Lovina Samuel and family of Grace, VA4, Felina Lesporis and family of Rockhall, Castries, the Lesporis family of Mac, Bexo, Corporal Hilary Lesporis, attached to the Crime Prosecution Unit and family, Titus and Albert Theodore, both of London, England, Deborah Lesporis of Grace, VA4, Selwyn Julian Fontenelle and family of Grace, VA4, Norma Walker and family of London, England, Eunice Matre of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Okel de Souza of the U.S., Felix St. Rose, better known as Eroff of VA4, Louise Donnelly and family of Bellevue, Justina Charles Calix, also known as Azut, and family of Grace, VA4. Brothers-in-law Kenneth Charles, better known as KC, of Grace, VA4, Nicholas John of Bonteg, Rosalie, Horace Gallion of New York, USA, Wright Fontenelle of Ocala, Florida, Joseph Favre of West Palm Beach, Florida, Gillow, Dickinson, and Irvin Simeon, all of Bellevue, VA4, Etheridge and John Matre, both of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Vernon and Reuben Simeon, both of Florida, USA. Sisters-in-law Sherry Ann Asson of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, Brendalyn Joseph Theodore, employed at St. Jude Hospital, Donna James Theodore in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, Bertha Joseph of St. Jude Highway, VA4, Leota Matre of Bellevue, VA4, Jennifer Aldonza of Bellevue, VA4, Petrolyn Molina and Pauline Simeon, all of Bellevue, VA4, Leisha Philip of PI Library, Coletta Simeon of New York, USA. Also left to mourn are the Theodore and Lesporis families of Grace, Auger, and London, England, the Les Flores families of Castries, the Jeremy families of Grace, VA4, the Fontenelle families of Grace and abroad, the Morris families of Grace, the Isidore families of Grace, VA4, the Charles families of Grace and Larry Seuss, VA4, the Perpy families of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Island, the St. Rose families of VA4. Close friends including Larry Cadet of VA4, Louis Beausoleil, better known as Blanc, of Grace, Narcissus Collymore, better known as Nasi, of Grace, Eustace Mitchell, better known as Manic, of Grace, Rodney Charles of Larry Seuss, VA4, Extus Charles of Yefo. The body of the late Cyril Lesporis, better known as Albert, will leave Lazarus Funeral Home, Udok Road, Yefo, on Friday, 16th November 2012, at 1 p.m. for Our Lady of the Assumption Roman Catholic Church, Yefo, where the body will be exposed for viewing. The funeral service will be conducted at 3 p.m. and the body will be laid to rest at the Margaret O'Brien Private Cemetery, Latone, Yefo.